Okay, so we have a similar problem as my previous video where the waters keep leaking. As you can see, this particular zone has several heads to the front, and this is the lowest point. Sprinkler's been shut off for a while, but waters keep leaking over here. So like we talked about in the past, what we need to do is find out which zone that is, and then we're gonna walk over to the actual valve box, finding out that this zone is the one that's controlling the sprinkler at the front. So I already started taking it off. This particular one is the Hunter PGV model. So water's been shut off over there already, as you can see on that portion right there. Water's been shut off, and this one has an automatic drain, so water's been drained off already. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and undo all 4 screws, and then we'll open up. I'll be right back. Okay, I undid the unscrewed screws here. So what I like to do is, this one is very clean in here, don't have to worry about it too much, but go ahead and take it off and put it into this tray. I'm using an upside down lid as my tray, and then go ahead and take that off also. That, and then I'm gonna go ahead and gently rock back and forth. There should be a spring right there. There's a spring attached to it. Make sure you don't lose that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here. Luckily the wires are long enough to do that. And this is the diaphragm. Take a look at it. It's kind of dirty, but it's probably at least 2 to 3 years old. So I'm gonna go ahead and wear my glove, because anytime the black rubber ages, they will leave a big stain all over your finger. The carbon that's rubbed off from the old diaphragm. So let me put my gloves on first. Okay, my glove is on, and this particular one has a little tab here for direction of how the diaphragm should go on. So I'm going to go ahead and peel them off gently, just like that. And then what I like to do is kind of run my finger around it to make sure it's clean. And then I'm going to go ahead and run the water for a few seconds. Let's see if I can do that. Kind of far away from. Okay, so shut off valve. Run the water for a few seconds. Flush it out. Sometimes there will be foreign material. There will be in there, complicating the matter. So go ahead and clean it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a new diaphragm and stick it in there. Be right back. Okay, so this is a Hunter PGV, and this is the replacement diaphragm. It says PGV. The old one that I took off, and new one that I'm going to be installing. Okay, so what I have to do is just go ahead and push it in there like that. Some of them do have a little side tab here. See that one? The little side tab. There's no direction on it as far as the orientation is concerned. That just helps fit into the same slot so they don't move around. If you don't need it, just twist it off, and then that little tab should come off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put things back in there again, making sure the solenoid is where the tab is, and push it in gently, making sure the spring is in there. Go ahead and screw it in counterclockwise, no, clockwise, and then finish it with this one and that one, and tighten it, hand tighten it. Do not use any ratchets, they may break the housing. So go ahead and hand tighten it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and insert the rest of the screws. See the screws, it's kind of flattened out at the back of it, and then you can also use a nut driver if you like. Okay. Okay, all 4 screws have been tightened. Everything seems to be installed properly. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the water. You can hear the water running. But once all the cavity has been filled, you should not be hearing any water running at all. When I was downstairs shutting the water off for some other reason and turning the water on, I heard the water running. Very slow, faint sound. So when I turned off the shut-off valve for the sprinkler portion of it, it stopped running. That's how I found out originally where the problem was. So anyway, that's all completed with a new diaphragm. Just walk over to the area where the problem originally happened. You can tell that the existing problem been going around for a while, because this area around here is quite wet. So this particular one, hard to tell whether water is going to be seeping out or not. Only way to tell is ask the homeowner to keep an eye on it. This area will be with the 90 degrees plus weather today, should be drying out very quickly with the problem resolved. All right, best of luck, you guys. Looking back at the diaphragm they came out with, the house being maybe 2 years old, and examining it closely, seems to be in good shape. However, do you see that little piece of large granules, sand, or a small piece of rock that got dislodged, got lodged in there? So that may have prevented from this area from closing in properly. So anyway, this one is no good, so I'm gonna have to go and discard this baby.